Good day everyone, I am Jerby Ohamis and I am going to present a short video about the conflicts in Mindanao and it talks about war. So, first of all, I wanted to acknowledge you that the video where I am going to present now is just a disclaimer because the video clips on my presentation is not my own video or it's not my own property. It belongs to the rightful owner. So, before we proceed to the main topic of my presentation, which is the conflicts in Mindanao, I would like to present or share the beauty of Mindanao first so we can find out why the land of Mindanao has a lot of various nations conquering it from the people living in there. So please watch this. Mindanao is home to many pristine islands with delicate shores and turquoise waters, otherworldly waterfalls, historic sites, and breathtaking wonders of nature. Mindanao, Philippines, known for the second largest island group next to Luzon. Mindanao has been dubbed the country's land of promise for its untapped, promising natural resources. It has become globally known for being home to the surf capital of the country, a famous, highly urbanized city and jaw-dropping beaches. Mindanao is known as the land of promise because of its rich biodiversity and natural resources. The land holds an incredible wealth from nature. Mindanao is the most culturally diverse island in the Philippines, where people of different languages, tribes, and races meet. So guys, that is the features about Mindanao, and that is why there is a lot of different nations who wants to conquer the land of Mindanao, because the land has rich biodiversity and natural resources. So now I'm going to present or to share you the main topic of my presentation, which is the conflict in Mindanao, and it all about the war in Mindanao. It includes the Moro, MILF, MNLF, Philippines government, and also the other nations who wants to conquer the land of Mindanao. So please watch this. One of Asia's deadliest and longest running conflicts may have just come to an end as Filipino President Rodrigo Duterte signed the Bangsamoro Organic Law, which grants partial autonomy to the Muslims in the south after a 5-decade war. 150,000 have died in the conflict between Moro Muslims and the government of the Philippines. But for Moro Muslims, it's a part of a centuries-long struggle for self-determination. The Moro minority makes up 5% of the population of the Catholic-dominated Philippines. Islam was first introduced to the islands in the 14th century, and trade with Brunei, Malaysia, and Indonesia led to the establishment of Muslim communities, which fought two colonizers. First, the Spanish, whom they resisted from the 16th to the 19th century in one of the world's longest anti-colonial wars. Then the US annexed the Philippines, including the Moro areas of Mindanao and Sulu. When the nation gained independence in 1946, it included the territories inhabited by the Moro people. In the late 1960s, the conflict between Moro and Christian communities escalated and peaked in the mid-1970s. The Moro Islamic Liberation Front, one of the biggest armed resistance groups, fielded some 30,000 armed fighters, and the Philippines military deployed up to 80% of its combat forces against them. Around 50,000 people were killed and there was a huge destruction. Despite the talks between the government and the Moros began in late 1976 and have continued on and off for decades, with the Moro Islamic Liberation Front as the biggest Muslim group. A deal was finally reached in 2014, paving the way for the new law. Having told of foreign invaders since the days of colonial rule, the Moros have built a field reputation of resisting outsiders that even applied to the authorities in Manila, 1,000 kilometers away. After 5 decades of fighting and more than 100,000 dead, the Philippines government is looking not to repeat past mistakes, and after a series of peace talks and a recent landmark referendum, the process of establishing an autonomous region called Bangsamoro is gaining steam. And to keep the peace, the MILF chairman and the chief minister of the Bangsamoro regional government, Al-Hajj Muraj Ibrahim, travels frequently to the capital Manila.